Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. The content that I've got for you guys today, I'm curious to hear what you guys think in the comments field below, because this article that I'm about to show you, this expose all around the dreaded AR-15, shows you something a lot more than the AR-15 and why the gun controllers revile it so much. This is incredibly important because as we dive into this, I'm going to tie a few things together here that I think will be interesting and clear up a lot of that mystery if you were wondering why that AR-15 seems to be the punching bag without the justification to be that punching bag. Everything's going to be linked in the description box below, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think about this one, because this one I think is a good one to send out. And if you are new or you are a returning viewer, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, and making sure the notification bell is on. We need as many of you as possible to get in here with us so we can pass the blessing of the Second Amendment along to the next generation, and thank you so much in advance for your consideration. And the content today is brought to you by We the People Holsters. We the People carries holster and accessories you need for the everyday carry, and their products are manufactured in the United States in Las Vegas, Nevada. They have tactical Talon belts. They're 1.5-inch belts for all your existing pants, patent-pending Talon buckle for longevity, and an elastic mag carrier to give that little extra bit of utility. They have an independence model, and if you're looking for the ultimate belt in concealed carry that doesn't compromise on style, that's the one you need. It's got 100% premium full-grain leather and reinforced with heavy-duty nylon and scuba. They have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. They have a 100% lifetime warranty guarantee, and it's worth your time to at least check it out. There's a link down there in the description box, and thank you so much to We the People for making this content possible. All right, my brothers and sisters, we are going to dive into this because this article is coming out of the Washington Post. They spent months analyzing why the AR-15 is so reviled and so revered and what is really the cause behind it. And what's fascinating is I'm going to show you a few excerpts here, and there's a theme underlying this entire thing, and it's pretty clear why gun controllers hate it so much. Again, everything is linked. I want to know what you guys think, if I'm onto something or if I am just crazy chasing windmills. Let's get it. The gun that divides a nation. The AR-15 thrives in times of tension and tragedy. This is how it became to dominate the marketplace and loom so large in the American psyche. Now, of course, there's a big element to this of the freedom side and the control side. The gun control side focuses like a laser on the AR-15. We've said this for a while. They are disproportionately represented in all of the marketing tactics against gun rights, but they are a minority of all the issues that are plaguing the nation, of which the gun control side says is their just cause to do something. That's what they claim. Something doesn't make sense, but let's hit it. This is from the article. It was a tough time for the firearms industry. Gun sales had been flat for several years. According to federal background check data, the best available proxy for the number of firearms sold. Data from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives shows the American gun makers produced fewer pistols, revolvers, rifles, and shotguns in 2005 than they had 5 years earlier. So, they're documenting a decline. They're documenting a decline of war chests to defend our rights. They're documenting a decline of production, economic profit, which goes in turn to fuel legislative victories, legislative defenses, and it kind of translates to what we're seeing now. Check this out. This is important because as I'm showing you this, the picture becomes pretty clear. This is a graph in the rise of production of AR-15s going all the way back from 1990 to 2020. AR-15s, which accounted for 1.2% of all manufactured U.S. guns in 1990, made up 23.4% of all guns produced in 2020. Now, this goes to a lot of arguments, from the common use argument of you're not taking our rights because it's common use. It's not a military-style weapon because it's common use, that whole thing. But the other part here is this is an economic powerhouse. This is innovation that is now fueling a burgeoning gun market. That's the entire point. The Second Amendment is being fueled by the economic progress of the AR-15 because innovation brought more finances. With more finances comes more production, more improved production, comes defensive rights. Everything that we're seeing today is all due to the fact that the AR-15 revolutionized the industry in the rifle portion. That's why they hit on it so hard. I got more for you. Check this out. Because the AR-15 is what's defeating the gun controllers. The M&P-15 was a hit. Smith & Wesson reported revenue from this line of tactical rifles more than quintupled in the gun's first 5 full years on the market, from $12.8 million to $75.1 million. Other big gun makers soon followed Smith & Wesson's lead. Does it make sense why they would be demonized by the left, even though they are not represented the same level of demonization in crime? Even this article says 90 to 95% of all crime in the United States is done with handguns, and yet they focus on AR-15s. Does this start to make sense? The AR-15s are fueling the gun world's expansion. That's why they're hitting it. They're fueling the gun rights defense of our rights. That's what they're attacking here. Check this out, because this paints a pretty clear picture. New Hampshire-based SIG Arms, later renamed Sig Sauer, said in late 2006 that it planned to make an AR-15. Soon after the firm had been, quote, about 2 seconds away from imploding, Chief Executive Ron Cohen later told management today. The new rifle was credited with helping save the company. Sig Sauer did not respond to multiple requests for comment. Well, I don't blame him, it's Washington Post. But you see the theme here. The theme here is as the innovation and the acceptance of a new product in the market came, it fueled expansion, it fueled defensive rights, and it fueled a new gun buying boom and an interest in the Second Amendment. The exact same thing that the gun controllers do not want. Does it make sense why they attack it so hard? Got another thing for you. Wall Street noticed the sales blitz too. A private equity firm called Cerberus Capital Management had rolled up several gun makers into a single conglomerate called Freedom Group. In late 2007, it purchased AR-15 maker DPMS, which was bringing in nearly $100 million in annual sales, said Luth, its founder. So, not only do we have Smith & Wesson, we have Ruger, we have Sig Sauer, we have DPMS being rolled up into a Wall Street conglomerate. Do you see the economic power that is being forced into the market here? Got one more thing for you. This is when Obama was involved. In 2008, when growing demand led U.S. gun makers to increase production of all firearms by 15%, AR-15 production rose by 65% according to government and industry figures. These AR-15s were rapidly becoming a larger share of the overall firearms market, reaching 10% of all guns made that year for the first time. Now, the reason that I'm hitting on this so heavily is because, as you can see, the reason that they demonize the AR-15, the reason that they demonize anyone who would touch one, is not because of their stated mission of saving lives. It's not about that. It's about the fact that the AR-15 revitalized a struggling gun market, and now it is flush with cash. It is pushing things forward to the Supreme Court like the Bruin decision. It is pushing and fueling all of the different Second Amendment defensive lawsuits that are going on, ghost guns, ATF, all of those things. They now have a war chest because innovation reached the marketplace, the American consumer responded, and now the gun companies have capital. There's a reason that they're hitting the marketing. There's the reason that they're hitting the PLCAA to make them go bankrupt. That's their play here. And that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.